Hi you guys, this is Nicole from My Carolina Garden, and my garden is in Zone 8B in Southeastern North Carolina. I think gardening folks are all very similar in that gardening is one of our main passions. I don't know about you, but gardening touches my soul. It is like I just have such a severe interest in it. I love everything about it. And YouTube is amazing because you get to see so many people's gardens and watch so many garden tours, which I find to be completely inspirational. So watching garden tours on video, fabulous. But seeing people's gardens in real life and getting tours from people is also amazing. I love watching the way you get to see how people choose certain plants, how they plant them, how they set up their gardens in general, and all of that really interests me. I like to gather ideas from other people, and then it also makes me super duper happy when I get to implement those ideas in my own gardens. If you've been with me for any length of time, then you may know that I recently got back from a trip to Scotland, and I did have quite a few people ask me if I can make a video about some of the scenes, the landscape, the gardens that I saw in Scotland, and I really did want to do that anyway. Just took me a smidge of time to get through all the video footage that I had and be able to compile this video for you. Now, I'm not going to bore you with this video and say, oh, forget it all about my tropical North Carolina garden or anything that you may have been watching recently and just show you a totally different landscape. But instead, I want to show you what inspired me in Scotland, things that I saw in those gardens, in those different landscapes, because my family and I were all over the country. The landscapes were amazing. I mean, we saw things that were what movies are made of just being there. I want to show you those types of scenes, the beauty. We went to the Royal Botanic Gardens. I want to show you some of that. I want to show you a comparison to some of the plants and flowers that were grown there and how they compare to some of the things that I grow here in a completely different climate. Now, Scotland's way further north than where I am. And of course, since we got to visit in the summer, the days were super long. That was really interesting, dealing with a little bit of jet lag and the time change, the flight, all that kind of stuff, and then having super long days. It was really, really interesting. But we had a wonderful trip, and I hope that these scenes and plant selections and the way things were laid out inspire you as well, because that's what this is all about. YouTube, my channel in particular, it's sharing these garden ideas so that we can all learn and benefit and take little pieces of it and add them into our own personal landscape. And now here I am back at home in North Carolina after a brilliant holiday away. And this is the kind of vacation that changes you and makes you think about ways you can maybe do things differently, or you just feel, I don't know, different in some way, but in a good way and inspired. So here I am in my rock garden, thinking about the rock garden in the Royal Botanic Gardens that had differing layers of height. That was one of the main things. I live in a very, very flat area in coastal North Carolina where rocks are non-existent, by the way, so I have to cart them in. But thinking about building in some sort of differing heights in my gardens, I don't know. But these are ideas that I have now, and I'm looking forward to finding other ways of adding a little bit of Scotland into my garden. Maybe some more older details. That's probably going to be in the garden decor realm. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to work things out, but I have my wheels turning, of course, because that's what we do, right? Think about other ways where we can change, maybe upgrade our gardens, etc. So I'm looking forward to the days ahead, maybe when it's not quite as hot here. Of course, the climate there, we were more around 60 degrees each day, and it felt like, yeah, I want to get back in the garden easily. And right now it's like, it's a little bit hot. I don't want to do all the work, but perhaps I can do a little bit of Scotland, or I don't know, some kind of a project for the fall. So I'm definitely going to keep you posted on that. I have a lot of colors in my garden, and that is not something I want to change because I do feel like that adds cheeriness and just a delight to just look at. So the color definitely isn't going to change, but again, my wheels are turning about things I do want to change. And in fact, my front peninsula garden is in dire need of some change, but I think I'm going to dedicate an entire video to the changes I want to make in there. I hope that you enjoyed my video clips from Scotland, and I hope that my trip and just seeing some other gardens has inspired you the same way that it inspires me. I really appreciate you watching because I know this video is kind of different because it's taking us out of my tropical style gardens or whatever I have growing here in coastal North Carolina, and just kind of seeing something else. Thank you so much for all the support and comments that I get. I sort of feel like I'm friends with some of you that comment on each video, and we go back and forth in conversation, which is just awesome and is part of this great journey. Thanks again, and until next time, happy planting.